Tonight, take a walk with the wild ones. Cut it out! Forget it! Into the African bush and the minds of two extraordinary men.
Is this project about the lions or is it about you?
They break all the rules to save the lions. Hey! Hey! One believes in tough love. Cut it out! The other loves like there's no tomorrow. And there might not be.
Numbers have dropped by, in the past decade, up to 75%. That's a staggering amount.
Are they saving a species one lion at a time?
In the wild, would he have lived?
No, he would have been torn to shreds.
Or nurturing a death wish?
See the charger right here. It'll come right at your feet, and she knows that.
Jesus.
She's looking at you saying, okay, I know that I can kill you now.
If I get taken up by a lion and got put back down on this earth, I would do it exactly the same.
Hey, no!
Death is easy. Death is something that is very likely.
Hey! 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 Good evening. I'm Jay Shadler, and welcome to Africa, land of the lion and home of the brave, or is it the insane men who love them? In the realm of animal royalty, lions rule supreme in our imaginations. But in reality, their empire has crumbled. The king and the queen are in exile, stalked by extinction. Just 20 years ago, 200,000 lions roamed free here. Today, fewer than 25,000 do. Yet the very species that has brought them to the brink, us, may yet save them. If that sounds like a bit of an outlandish idea, stamp your passports, because we are traveling to outlandish quite a bit tonight. In the midday heat, a pride of lions nap under a rose tree. But look and listen closely. There's a Homo sapien in short pants snoozing in there too.
That's, for me, true acceptance. I can lie down with them. I can sleep with them. I can interact with them as if I were alive.
That's Kevin Richardson, a 34-year-old South African film producer and animal lover.
That was truly, I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you integrate it into a pride. You've got to experience it to feel it, and it's a privilege. It's a privilege.
In less than an hour, Kevin can break just about every commandment in the lion trainer's Bible. Thou shalt not turn your back on a lion. Thou shalt not come between a mother and her cubs. And thou shalt never fall into a submissive position. There is, of course, a method to this madness.
I don't walk into an enclosure and go, oh, today I'm going to push the boundaries of how far I can put my head in a lion's mouth. These relationships, everyone must always realize, have taken years and years and years to develop.
Those relationships were crucial 4 years ago when Kevin made a feature film, White Lion, using lions he'd trained since cubs.
Hey, no, that. Greedy guts.
When the film ended, Kevin couldn't bring himself to send his actors packing back to zoos or circuses. So he took over 1,800 acres of land outside Johannesburg and began testing some of the limits of interspecies relations.
Something just triggered in my innermost, self. It was like, wow, this is the most amazing experience I've ever had, and I didn't want it to end.
Maggie! Meg! Sometimes either do the cats. This 300-pound lioness leaps past her natural fear of deep water just to swim close to Kevin.
I was probably pretty selfish in the beginning. It was all about me. What could I gain from it? But I soon realized that they were gaining from it too.
Napoleon.
What they're gaining is an advocate. Though they are not wild animals, Kevin's notoriety has given him a platform to publicize the grave extinction threat now facing all of Africa's lions.
Numbers have dropped by, in the past decade, up to 75%. That's a staggering amount. I think the greater world does think of Africa as this big, open landscape, and it's not. Humans are encroaching, and animal territories are getting smaller and more defined.
Kevin believes documenting his extraordinary encounters with lions can inspire public empathy for the big cats. Certainly the intimacy he's achieved can be startling, even to veteran lion experts.
Squishy, squishy.
If I give you this image of a man laying down with a pride of lions under that noonday sun, what goes through your mind?
Absolute terror. One of these days, one of those lions is going to be in a bad mood, and there's nothing he's going to be able to do about it. It's great for tourists to see and to come to appreciate lions, but conservation means wild animals in wild ecosystems.
Which leads us out of South Africa, northwest into Namibia. Here, the land and the lions are still wild.
Hey!
Another man has begun a dangerous experiment to keep them that way.
These are definitely the most aggressive lions I've ever been around. These lions were marked for destruction because they were escaping and hunting people, so people were hunting them.
Dave Salmoni is a zoologist, big cat trainer, and a host for Animal Planet. But now he's taking on a new challenge, living for 6 months at the Orindi Game Reserve, a massive tract of land 10 times the size of Manhattan. It's here Dave is attempting something unprecedented, a kind of rehabilitation of an extremely aggressive pride of wild lions.
Hey! Hey! No, no! Cut it out!
What made these the bad seed?
It's probably their history. You know, if your only interaction with people is negative, like these guys being ex-cattle raiders, being ex-man-eaters, just only saw people when a dart gun was coming out, you learn to hate them.
But these lions will need to unlearn some of their aggression toward humans if they are to survive here. Orindi, you see, like an increasing number of African parks, supports its wondrous diversity of wildlife and habitat through ecotourism. But if every encounter with a human turns into an attack,
Stop, stop, stop!
Orindi fails and the lions die. That's where Dave comes in.
Hey! And all of this is paid for by people coming to see you. So, hey, you know what? Tough love, baby. It's coming. And it's coming in the face of me. Okay.
Using his skills as a trainer, Dave's mission is to turn this hostile pride back toward a more natural relationship with humans. Curious and wary, but not killers on a hair trigger.
Okay. This whole thing is built on trust. And you build that trust through trusting them first. And it's weird to say, you know, trusting these lions.
Yeah.
I trust that they'll kill me given any opportunity.
Huh.
But in that, I also trust that they don't really want to.
Dave is essentially going to try to embed himself with this pride, getting closer on foot than anyone ever has, and getting to know these lions as family.
Give us a brief sketch of the pride, the characters.
Okay, top of the pride is Brutus. He's the big dominant male. His brother is Otis. Cleo is what I would consider the dominant female of the pride.
How old is she?
I would say she's similar age to boys, you know, anywhere from 12 to 14-ish. Winnie's cubs are Shizzle and Manizzle. They're the oldest. Cleo's cubs are Rough and Tumble.
Rough and Tumble, Shizzle and Manizzle. With names like that, you can almost get lulled into thinking this is going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be.
Cut it out! That's enough! Forget it! Cut it out! Hey! Hey!